but we would have busted a lot of teams' ass that were coming up next.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Playing against the 76ers during that time, and yeah, a lot of people say, hey, you know what, why was Derrick in the game? And, you know, I would ask the question too. And I'm thinking to myself, like, come on, Tibbs, got to get him out the game, you know?
Yeah.
So when that happens, I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, bro, get up. Like, get up. And then
You
when he
fainted
doesn't
too.
get up, like,
Watch how he planted
when
his
that
feet.
happens, I'm like,
You seen it. You seen it right there. Watch how he planted his feet.
got to get him out the game, you know?
Yeah.
So when that
Watch how his feet. One foot gonna hit first.
happens,
Wow. Catch your breath. Be back in action. We got NBA players explain why Derrick Rose could have been the GOAT, greatest of all time point guard. I don't know if y'all caught one of my last streams that I had did, but I talked about this a little bit. I don't feel like people have been really paying homage to how great Derrick Rose was and his legacy and what it could have been before the injury. And they are now because obviously Derrick Rose just retired, but people was not really like when they would be talking about the greatest greatest point guards, top 5. I didn't hear nobody mention Derrick Rose. I heard people talk about, why they feel like Chris Paul shouldn't be there. They talked about John Stockton and why he should be there or why he shouldn't be there, and so on and so forth. But I just really can never forget the way that Derrick Rose was like amazing to watch on the basketball court. So we're going to watch this video. We're going to hear some of these stories of other NBA players talking about why they feel like Derrick Rose could have been the greatest of all time as a point guard. But if you didn't know, it's your boy DtaeNoDinero, and you at one of the best reaction channels in the nation. Believe me, I'm telling you now. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button for my boy Derrick Rose. And also, drop a notification bell as well. That way you can always keep up with all of my videos. Well, let's get into this video because I'm kind of interested to hear more about what they're talking about. And let's get it. Philly.
When people ask me who the hardest guy I ever had to guard, I
it's
tell
cold.
them that D Rose was the toughest guy.
Yeah.
Your favorite point guards of today had no chance against Derrick Rose. No offense, but like, Kai and Steph, no chance against that guy.
Because he was strong too.
Man, people was getting the D Rose flu. Cass was, when he would come to town, Cass ain't even want to play.
Yep.
Not me, I'm just saying, but for real,
No,
it was,
for sure.
it was word around the league. Cass was like, oh, D Rose playing, I'm feeling some tendonitis.
Yeah.
Cass ain't want to see that dude.
I'm weak as hell.
The fear that he put in people who played against him, the top guys, I would see fear in their eyes all the time. And I was like, okay, because he was quiet, he was a killer.
in my opinion, Derrick Rose is definitely top 10, easily. Could be top 5. Man, this dude, like I'm telling you, I mean,
Rip
there's a lot
Hamilton.
of great players in our game right now. When you're talking about the point guard's position, Russell Westbrook.
Russ.
You talk about
Steph, CP,
CP, Kyrie.
Yep.
Listen, none of them dudes wanted no smoke with Derrick Rose and Derrick
Right,
Rose there.
exactly,
I'm telling you right now, none of them dudes wanted no smoke with D Rose during that
D-Rose
time.
was a problem,
Trust
straight
and
up.
believe.
But there's nobody like
Derrick
that
Rose.
right there
my God.
when he was in his prime. You know what I'm saying? He had Booz setting screens, Joe Kim setting screens, these big guys, and he's like a running back, running around off these screens, and he's
Snaking.
little.
Yeah.
And the next you know, he's just jumping up with the trees. He's at the top of the square, and you're like, oh, like he's up there with Timmy. And,
No.
where did that come from?
Yeah.
He was just fast, explosive, and it's guys like that. I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna be a long night. But
I remember the playoffs, like we're going over like schemes, matchups, who's guarding who. And they, Roy, you got so-and-so. You got Joakim. D West, you got Boozer. And they like, all right, P, you got D Rose. Wait, what? I just started playing. Like,
Yeah, this your first playoff.
this is my first like, y'all trust me guarding the MVP? And I was a fan of D Rose before I got in the league. I saw what he was doing that year, not playing as much. Like you And he was on a historic run, like crazy numbers. They like, yeah, you got D Rose. Like, so I'm like, all right, bet. Like, I'll take the challenge. You know what I mean? It was crazy, like, matching up with him and seeing him in front of me. Cause I'm not gonna lie, like that year, bro, he was untouchable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was untouchable. Like he looked like he was bigger than what he was. He looked like he was taller than what he was. Like he just had a stature that was bigger than what he was. And I felt I played good against him, and I look at the box score, 40. God damn, I thought I was on it today.
The last time I went home with gloves like that was when Derrick Rose hit the game winner on me. I turned all the lights off in my house. Damn. I told everybody, don't come in. Don't come in.
Were you just sat in the dark?
Yeah, I was pissed.
How long did you keep the lights off in the house?
Until the next day, till the next morning.
Till the sun came back? Okay.
Yeah, I'm like that.
I remember that shot.
Pissed.
I ain't want to say nothing.
What?
It didn't look good. The game winner he did against you.
I remember that shot.
Crossover, step back, the hand right there.
It made it worse.
Turn out
It became part of the picture.
Young guys do not earn your praise easily. But there was clearly a respect on the court while you were going after him and he was going after you from that first game. And last year, too, something happened. Something impressed you about him. What was it, Coach?
Well, I mean, I can tell when a player truly wants to be better, when a player truly wants to improve. And I respect that about them.
R.P. Kobe, man.
Because that was
literally the
qualities
greatest
that I had when I was a kid growing up.
of all time.
And, that being said, I mean, I've seen improvement in this game from last year to this year. He has the inner toughness to want to succeed and to want to do whatever it takes to succeed. When he came in the league, everybody said he couldn't shoot. Just like that, one summer, he has a jump shot. That doesn't happen overnight.
I remember that.
I'm proud of him. He has a long range ball now. He can squat behind the pick and shoot. He can pull up off the dribble and shoot. Him getting to the rim obviously goes unquestioned. So seeing that improvement shows me that he's putting the time into the gym. And I certainly respect that.
Have you guys developed any sort of off-court relationship, or has it pretty much been just?
No, it's been just basketball. I mean, we've done a viral commercial together.
Okay.
And so when we did that, I think we had a chance to kind of talk a little bit more than we normally would, and it was fun to get a chance to know him a little better.
Is the D Rose flu a real thing?
People used to get the D Rose flu.
Yeah,
they did. Yeah, they did. They may not admit to it.
Yeah,
but they did. They
Yeah.
did. I didn't. I loved it. Yeah, I love that bump. D Rose, man, and that's another person I ain't give a love to. Let me change that. That dude right there is probably the toughest, hands down, probably one of the toughest point guard I ever played against when he was in his prime. When he was in his prime, couldn't nobody touch him, bro. Nobody, I don't care. And he proved that. 'Cause he went through everybody.
They wanted all the smoke.
What? Listen, bro.
Where he was dunking the ball was
the way that man was playing that year, the year he won MVP, the way that man was playing that year, it was crazy how many people was getting sick when it was time to play Chicago. It was crazy. Out because of illness. Yeah, I bet you is out for illness.
I done seen people fake injuries. Like some of your favorite players, I done seen when D Rose was MVP year, D Rose and D Rose was D Rose. I done seen people catch the Rose flu.
Yeah.
People
think that's not. People think that's fake.
We used to joke about it, cause me and D Rose sit right here, and we'll go out there. I used to start, and I knew when somebody was kind of shaking of him or something. So, like I knew my role.
Well, I'm the biggest Derrick Rose fan. I've always been the biggest Derrick Rose fan. I've always said that I would take him that MVP year against any point guard, since or whatever. I just think he was that special. And as injuries happen, things happen in the game, to see his mentality and his humility. Because for somebody that was the youngest MVP ever to say, you know what, I'll be sixth man, that speaks to his character and it speaks volumes. And you want me to be a better person, so I'm rooting for him. And I'm loving how he's playing right now. He's in attack mode all the time.
His rookie year,
Rondo.
that nigga 7 games. Problem.
That's my boy.
Straight up.
Can you compare a primetime D Rose to anyone you've ever either played against or seen? Can you compare him to anybody?
Nah, man, ain't nobody.
See, I was about to say you can't.
Ain't nobody him like in the 7 game series when he was out there. Boy, he putting your ass in trouble. You on your heels the whole game, And ain't no one person in front of him. You got a whole scouting report on him for sure. That's how we have.
Pack the paint. Pack the paint.
And he's still getting there and jumping over everybody.
He's still gonna get in there, but then he can hit that little one dribble pull up too. He's hitting that too. He's hitting threes when he's rolling. Like he wasn't.
He was too explosive, yo.
And his floater game was serious.
To show one man fast break every night.
In Chicago and playing against Derrick Rose during that time, man, I was like, bro, like I played with a lot of great players. Derrick Rose during that time was probably the most talented player I ever played with.
Yeah.
I mean,
like, at 23 too. Think about that. At just starting.
At 23, man, yo, this dude was ridiculous. And I seen what he was doing in practice, night in and night out, and he had a great work ethic.
I mean, you can't calculate that. I mean, just to hear you say he was the youngest MVP ever. I mean,
still give you goosebumps?
Yeah, it does. I mean, this league is since 1946,
Right.
and then all of a sudden, here was a young kid from Inglewood, right down the road here, becomes the MVP in his third season. You know, I can't even wrap my mind around that. You know, we never imagined that. I don't think he ever imagined it. He just wanted to play and make a name for himself and represent his city.
What made him so special was his finishing. Like,
Yeah.
similar type is Ja Morant.
I was just about to say that.
Similar type is Ja Morant. But I think what made D Rose so special is he was like, he had that bully in him. Like, he was bigger body. He was quick. Like, he was fast.
He was strong.
His first step was like, he's going to blow by you. And his ability to contort his body. Like, he would do some where he'll start here, come back this way,
and get finished back that
and
way.
finish back over here.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like, he just had so much that he could do in the air to where he was literally just dodging people, like jumping in the air, just dodging you. It was like he was just floating. It was like he would just float in the air.
Yeah, hang time.
And I've never seen like I've never seen anybody else that had that ability.
How he was killing and
Michael
to
Jordan.
not say a
That's
word,
it.
like he didn't even talk. And it's just like, all right, just run back. You dunk on somebody, all right, just run back. Like me, like, nah, I can't. I gotta let you hear about it.
He was a painfully shy guy, so you didn't see an arrogance to him in the way he conducted himself because he was shy.
Yeah.
But even though in his mind he was like, "Yo, I'm great," he didn't talk like that. You know, he wasn't coming to. He carried himself like because he was a legit superstar, but he carried himself completely different than everybody else.
Because he was like such a good dude. Like, he didn't trash talk. He didn't say shit. Like, it wasn't even like little jabs that he didn't say nothing, bro. He just hooped.
Yeah.
And you respected
You
him.
hear me? The things that he was doing was so incredible. His MVP, he just picked up where he left off for real.
Yeah, boy. I mean, he had everything.
Everything.
He had everything. Athleticism, handles, quickness, could shoot, could get to the basket. He had everything.
Everything. Yo, I'll never forget, we was in LA, we just got done playing the Lakers, and we're walking back to our locker. Bean just looked at him and was just like, "You a bad," just like that.
You get the stamp from code.
Yo, that give me the chills, and he wasn't even talking to me. I was like, damn, my man is the one for real. You know what I mean? He always kept him humble, always got a lot of respect for D Rose, but like I said, he made those years where you weren't playing, like, exciting to still be at the game and watch and tune into the game, you know what I mean? Like,
he was different, bro. Like, everybody tried to go under the screen. He started knocking that midi down, and then when you go over, you know, he get into the paint. He jumped so high, and then if he couldn't finish it, it's like he would go to another level, and then he'll pass it. Like, it was like his acrobatic was just it was just different.
You know, D Rose was something special, man. Like when he came in, I was like, whoa. Okay. And this dude is from another planet. So.
Oh my goodness, the way he dunked, man. You remember he dunked on Gordon? He dunked on the man still going up. No.
You went on that team where
I remember
I
that
was
one.
about to say
I
he
was
was
on
a
the
guard.
next team when he went baseline. They I think Tony Douglas. Tony Douglas was guarding him at the time. And he tried to send him down to the baseline, but the big one there. He took off. Yeah. And when he took off, he just took one step. He took one step, he was in the paint. All you can see was people doing this, and then last minute he went down like this right here. He put that ball behind his head and dunked it. He used to dunk so hard, it was crazy, man.
Yeah,
I'm talking
man.
about hard. Even when he threw it down in the rim, it was like a hard dunk.
Yeah.
Man, D Rose, man, and a good dude too.
He never ran from no matchups. You know, I remember his first year. This is a funny story. You know, Kirk Heinrich was our best pick and roll defender, so he's guarding Steve Nash. And Vinny Del Negro was like, "Yo, Kirk, you got Steve Nash." And Pooh's like, "Nah, I got Steve Nash. I'm the point guard. I'm not running from no matchup." So the whole locker room quiet as hell. But that's the kind of guy, and like Pooh was not taking no for that as a rookie. So that's the kind of energy he had. He didn't want to run from no matchup, you know, and he was about this he was all about this hoop shit.
In my mind, I really felt like we really had a shot, you know. And
that
man,
yeah,
it still bothers me. They
bothers
beat
us
us in
too.
the Eastern Conference Finals 4-1.
Yeah.
But if you put all the scores together from that 4-1 series,
on
the
aggregate,
score was fucking tied.
Yes.
So that's how close the shit. That's how close the shit was, you know. And then the next year, that's the year that D Rose, you know, I really felt like we had a better team.
Mhm.
We were the #1 team in the league, you know, and we were coming at everybody's neck, and it just, you know, Derrick got hurt, and actually, you know, I got hurt that year too, and I mean, I don't know if we definitely wouldn't have won the championship, but we would have busted a lot of teams' ass that were coming up next.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm saying.
Playing against the 76ers during that time, and yeah, a lot of people say, hey, you know what, why was Derrick in the game? And, you know, I would ask the question too. And I'm thinking to myself, like, come on, Tibbs, got to get him out the game, you know?
Yeah.
So when that happens, I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, bro, get up. Like, get up. And then
You
when
think
he
it
doesn't
too.
get up, like,
Watch how he playing
when
his
that
feet.
happens, I'm like,
You seen it. You seen it right there. Watch how he playing his feet.
got to get him out the game, you know?
Yeah.
So when that
Watch how his feet. One foot gonna hit first.
happens,
Wow. Just like that. That changed everything. That changed everything. That broke a lot of people's hearts. That right there, that one play. I'll never forget watching Derrick Rose sit on that ground and not being able to finish that game and not knowing was he gonna be able to finish the season. Never would have dawned on me and probably a lot of people that was gonna probably be practically the last of that version of Derrick Rose we would ever see. It was a struggle ever since then. Anytime he came back to play, his game would not be the same. You know, I rolled my ankle. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people roll their ankles too. But when I rolled my ankle coming up, the only thing that was on my mind after that was, damn, let me make sure I not land on this ankle. And that takes away from my basketball skill to be able to just feel like I could do anything because now I'm so focused on not getting injured. I don't know if I'm the only person that felt that way, but it's a billion people in the world. I'm pretty sure it's people out here that felt the same way and thought the same way. Drop some in the comments. Also, hit the like button too for my boy Derrick Rose. I know they called him Pooh. Pooh Rose. Ha ha! My boy Pooh Rose. Nah, yeah, man. Definitely one of the greatest point guards I've ever seen play this game. I ain't gonna lie. I want to start this debate. Who you taking? Prime Derrick Rose or prime Kyrie Irving? Like, we still seeing Kyrie Irving go crazy. We might be watching prime Kyrie Irving right now, but I'm kind of curious because that'd be crazy, yo. I don't even know who to take. I don't even know who to take, man. I don't know who to take. I don't know who to take. They both finish at the basket crazy. They can get through there, finish with both hands. They can shoot. Kyrie probably got a lot more better handles, but Derrick Rose is strong. I'm talking about he through there. First step through there. You can't stop it. With way more bunnies than Kyrie. And with the hang time that he got on top of the bunnies and how strong he is. Ugh. The dunks. I don't know. Prime Derrick Rose, prime Kyrie Irving. Drop in the comments. I want to know.
I'm like, oh, snap. I'm like, bro, get up. like get up. And then when he doesn't get up and he's walking off, man, it crushed me. Derrick is a dude that, you know, got a great work ethic, you know what I'm saying, very humble, best point guard in the game. Like couldn't nobody mess with D Rose during that time, you know? So to see him going down, I just felt like, you know, our chances of winning the championship is very rare to none.
You know, he didn't forget, and we didn't forget that, you know, the Bulls were a team that was looked at as a potential championship caliber team before the injury. So, you know, you go from we're right there to winning a championship to suddenly you lose one of your centerpieces to helping you move over the top or get over the top. So it was a very difficult time for him in many ways, but I think mentally it was probably more challenging for him because I know how badly he wanted to get out there on the floor.
He was Chicago, and I don't care. His run at his peak, if you're from Chicago, you want it to be that. You want to be the #1 pick from the Bulls, having that building rocking the way that he did.
And I respect him. To this day, I consider him like one of my closest brothers.
Yeah,
because what he went through, the humility, the way he carried himself when he was at the top of his thing, you know, represent what he represents, being a kid from the South Side.
You felt like anytime pre or post injury, Derrick on the floor, there was hope. There was hope that you could win. There was hope that you could win a championship. I think in some ways too, just he represents that for so many people in Chicago, if that makes sense.
But I think more than anything, he got like a great perspective on life because he's been to the top of the mountain and he done seen the worst of the worst. You know, at least when it comes to basketball, you know, I can speak for that. So to have him, to have somebody like that, and then to be where he's at now, and to be able to come back, you know, play and have the presence that he has, you could just imagine what type of person he is, right? So he's just a steady person. He never too high, he never too low. And for me, I need somebody like that. D ain't even gotta say nothing, bro. And I can look on the bench and I already know what he talking about. You know what I mean? So whether it's good or bad. And then he's like Kawhi in that sense of you say like he don't say much, but if he say something, it's everybody's listening.
Right.
So to have that dude in the locker room, bro, is great.
D Rose had how many injuries he had, and that's my dude. That's one of my closest friends. But his coach has done what he's supposed to do.
Right.
Thibodeau has rolled with D Rose because D Rose put him on.
Facts.
At his best times.
Facts.
So every chance Thibodeau got to put him on, who is he gonna call? I'm gonna call Derrick Rose because he can still hoop, and I'm gonna still give him a chance.
You know, even when a superhero is knocked down, he's still a superhero at the end of the day. And Derrick Rose showed why he's still a superhero. When you talk about perseverance, that's the true definition of it. You talk about a guy who's I think he's the youngest MVP to ever play in this game, and to have the battles with his injuries, to be able to come back, and no matter what everybody else was talking about, because at the majority is always people who never stepped into the arena, had so many things to say bad about him and what he should do, and he should do this and do that. For him to set a career high tonight in a win in Minnesota.
Jeff Teague. Shout out to Jeff Teague, man. Jeff Teague is literally in the center of almost some of the most important moments that have ever happened in the NBA within the time span of his career, man. Hey, the fact that Jeff Teague is right here, look at what is he doing? Hey, man, if you watch his podcast and you hear the story that he tells, you'll be like, oh, so that's why that happened. And Jeff Teague is always somewhere close by, man. I promise you. Man, you know, I don't want to yak y'all ears to death. But if y'all don't know yak, man, you talk too much. But I really appreciate Derrick Rose, man. I feel like Derrick Rose is a generational player and changed the game for smaller guards. He had a huge impact on so many young people. I remember just watching him myself, you know, and being able to finish the way that he finished is probably one of the reasons why so many of these new basketball players that we see coming up in the game, they do these weird layups, because the way that Derrick Rose used to lay the ball up, and I could say the same thing for Kyrie Irving, but Derrick Rose is kind of different though, you know, because Harris was off his jumping ability, having hang time, being able to just maneuver throughout the air. The only other person I ever seen do this type of stuff is when I watch Michael Jordan. And if you've been on my channel for a while, or if you're new to my channel, check out some of the videos that I've done in the past. I had, you know, rookie Michael Jordan in the game. And they both just had this amazing hang time to just be in the air, just doing this with the ball, you know, and still get the bucket. Like, it's just amazing. I definitely got to say Derrick Rose is a generational player, in my opinion, just because he affected the generations then and to come after, like, literally.
For him to set a career high tonight in a win in Minnesota, I think that's unbelievable. I think every kid that you don't have to play sports. Any kid that's going through anything in life about, you know, adversity and triumph and trying to just get over the hump, you know, you can look at that performance by Derrick Rose tonight, and that's why our game is so unbelievable, because
D Rose like, don't worry about it, I'm going for it. It's like, going for what? He was like, I'm going for it. I was like, what? He's like, 50. I'm getting 50 tonight. D Rose, I'm telling him about bench. D Rose, he getting 50 tonight. It's like, shit, that start that first quarter off, he had like 12. We like, might get 50. Damn. And Ryan and them start talking. He keep going, and you just see the numbers starting to climb. We like, killing. He hit Rudy Gobert with some crazy ass shot. We like, oh, so when he get up to like 40 and we all start getting emotional. This nigga about to get 50. And I'm like, why are we getting sad? I'm getting hyped. Like, I'm jumping up and down. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. So he get to like 48, I think, and start crying. We in the middle of the game. We about to win the game. Whole team just start crying. I'm like, what the f? I'm sick coming down my eye, but I'm happy. I'm like, yeah, what the f is going on? J.O. and them, everybody crying. Like, let's win the game. He get to 50. He win. I run out there on him. We pouring water on him. We hyping him up. And he like in full-blown tears. So I'm like, why is this crying? Like, I don't know. I'm like, why is he crying? Get in the locker room. I pulled my phone out, dump water on him. And I didn't hear his speech in the, you know, I went back to the locker room. I didn't hear it on the court. So we get in the locker room and they playing the speech over the thing. He like, man, I've been through hell. I just can't believe I'm back here. Whole locker room. I'm like, damn.
Amazing story, just in terms of what he's been through. It's great for, obviously, him. Comeback story where all about opportunity, believe in yourself, and we obviously knew what he was capable of and the level that he was at before the injuries. And I know people that have been around him from then that have talked about how hard he works, and obviously you don't become an MVP by not working hard, but that has carried him through the roller coaster ride he's been on. Obviously very fitting that he did it against Utah too.
It's great to see him moving so well and playing with so much confidence, and it was so much fun watching him, you know, get 50 and get emotional afterwards, knowing everything he's been through. I think everybody in this league is rooting for Derrick. You know, we all want him to do well, and it's good to see him back playing at a really high level.
Tell y'all right now, man, I've already got emotional, and I'm pretty sure if y'all ever watch this video, y'all probably would too. Just knowing Derrick Rose's story, crazy. You know, the comeback stories is what always gets anybody, just anybody. The comeback stories is what gets anybody, and Derrick Rose's comeback story was phenomenal. You know, knowing that like, at the peak of his game, he was this close to getting us to the finals. A place where the Chicago Bulls probably haven't been in a long time, since probably Michael Jordan was there. How hard he worked. Just hearing all the great things people had to say about him. Just knowing that he was really that guy on the court. Like, I never forget. I think he dunked on you at Dallas Haslam. Like, when he I'm surprised they didn't put that in the video. When he came from this side, the left side of the rim, and dunked on my boy on the right side of the rim. I don't understand. Y'all know how hard that is. Not no layup and switching over. I'm talking about ball back here, left to right. Wow. Man, that was crazy. Man, I got so much love for Derrick Rose out there in this video. Ever get out to Derrick Rose and you ever got opportunity to see this video, or anybody that know Derrick Rose, they see this video, tell Derrick Rose, man, I got so much love for him, man. So much love for him. I hate to see him lead a game, but I'm glad that, you know, I had an opportunity to watch him play on the big screen. He motivated me so much. He motivated all of my friends. That's what we used to talk about is D Rose, D Rose, D Rose, D Rose, D Rose. You know what I mean? Like, he was like literally the talk like a whole generation for one point in time, you know. And the way he affected us, the same way Kobe affected us. You know, Larry Bird affected people. And, you know, when Magic Johnson had to lead the league, affected him. Dwayne Wade affected people. And I'm pretty sure there's other great NBA players out there that I'm forgetting the name. Oh, Carmelo. I can never forget Melo. How Melo, like Derrick Rose is in that conversation and category of players that ever played in the league that had a huge impact on people's emotions. I ain't gonna cap. Just heard what that man Jeff Teague said. Everybody in the league was crying. He was like, he wasn't obviously the little brother on the team, but he was like that dude that everybody just had so much love for, watching him play and coming up and then being crushed to see him not get that injury and not be able to play and be struggling and working to get back there and then say, I'm going for 50 and get 50 points. Like, you feel me? Commend you, bro. Commend you, man. I really hope the rest of your life you really enjoy whatever it is you put yourself into, because I already know what you about to be doing, bro. You about to be coaching or something, man, because you love basketball. I know a person, before I let y'all go here, I know when a person loves basketball, and Derrick Rose loves the sport of basketball. That's why he didn't talk. He was talking to himself in his head, telling himself he could do better after every shot he made. I could have did it this way. I could have made it there. I could have did it that way. I could have got it off that way. I could have did it that way. I'm telling you, I know when I see a basketball player how much they love the sport. Derrick Rose really loved the sport. And if you love the sport as much as Derrick Rose do, you would give this video a like for that boy Derrick Rose. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. And be sure to turn the notification bell on. Also, drop in the comments if y'all want to see me react to any other videos like this one right here I'm seeing on my screen. Kobe Bryant, the ultimate trash talker. Now, hey, I don't think he's more of a trash talker than Larry Bird, but Kobe Bryant do talk trash. But anyways, it's your boy DtaeNoDinero. And y'all know how I always got to say, catch your breath, because we got action.